بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the grace of Allah, we began a brief commentary of Quran. We reached to chapter An-Nisa, the fourth chapter of Quran, which is revealed in Medina. It has 176 verses. Please listen to verse 23.
حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم وبناتكم وأخواتكم وعماتكم وخالاتكم وبنات الأخ وبنات الأخت وأمهاتكم اللاتي أرضعنكم وأخواتكم من الرضاعة وأمهات نسائكم وربائبكم اللاتي في حجوركم من نسائكم اللاتي دخلتم بهن فإن لم تكونوا دخلتم بهن فلا جناح عليكم وحلائل أبنائكم الذين من أصلابكم وأن تجمعوا بين الأختين إلا ما قد سلف إن الله كان غفورا رحيما.
And mothers of your wives and your stepdaughters who are in your guardianships. It means born from your wife to whom you have gone in. In previous section, at the beginning of this verse, Allah started to mention some women that men cannot marry to them. Some women, we cannot marry them because we are born from the same parents or the same grandfather or grandmothers. It means we cannot marry them anyway because of the birth, like brothers, sisters, and mothers, for example, grandmothers. We cannot marry them because of the birth. And also, as Allah said, like your aunts, paternal aunts, maternal aunts, and the daughter of the brothers or daughter of sisters. Then Allah said, and also some women we cannot marry because they suckled you. There was a person, a lady, that helped me, and I had a breastfed because of him. She breastfed me. She suckled me. After that, of course, with certain conditions like 15 times together, one after another, or one day and night completely, when a person had a breastfeeding regarding to another one, he cannot marry to that lady and also to her daughter, because her daughter becomes the sister of such a person. We talked about it until we reached to the other level. The other level, it means through groups that they are forbidden and become intimates because of the marriage. Allah says, Ummahatu nisa'ukum. It means your mother-in-law, your wife's mother, or your wife's grandmother, from the father's side or from the mother side, both. A person cannot marry to these women. And after that, Allah said, وَرَبَائِبُكُمُ اللَّاتِي فِي حُجُورِكُمْ, and also your wife's daughters. You went and married to a lady and she had a daughter from another person. Before she marries to you, she had a girl from another person. If you marry to this lady, if you sleep with her, then you cannot marry her daughter. Of course, if you didn't sleep with her and you divorce her, yes, you can marry to her daughter. But if you sleep with her, then her daughter becomes your stepdaughter and you cannot marry to your stepdaughter. Allah says, وَرَبَائِبُكُمُ اللَّاتِي, and your wife's daughter, which is called as a rabiba, allati fi hujurikum. Fi hujurikum, it means they are under your guardianship. You are protecting them, you are helping them, they are living in your family. Of course, fi hujurikum, it doesn't mean that they must be under your control. You should be their guardian. No, even if they are not living with you, still this is the same. But fi hujurikum, it is because most of the time they are living with their new husband. Allah said, allati fi hujurikum. Otherwise, it doesn't mean if they are not living with you, then even if you sleep with your wife, you can marry her at the same time. This is wrong. Of course, even when you sleep with her, you cannot marry with her daughter at all, even if you divorce your wife. But Allah says there is a condition that you cannot marry your daughter, your stepdaughter, allati dakhaltum bihinna. It means with these conditions that you slept with their mother. Then Allah continues and says, فَإِن لَمْ تَكُونُوا دَخَلْتُمْ بِهِنَّ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ. But if you haven't gone into them, it means you didn't sleep with them, there is no blame on you in marrying them. فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ. So if you didn't sleep with your wife and you divorce your wife, then you can marry her daughter, because still it is not considered in Islam your daughter in such a way that you will not be able to marry them. Then Allah says, وَحَلَائِلُ أَبْنَائِكُمْ الَّذِينَ مِنْ أَصْلَابِكُمْ. Then your son's daughter, which is called in Arabic literature as a halila. Halail is a plural of halila, the one that becomes intimate to you because of your son. You cannot marry her. وَحَلَائِلُ أَبْنَائِكُمْ, your daughter-in-law, your son's daughter, الَّذِينَ مِنْ أَصْلَابِكُمْ, and أَبْنَائِكُمْ, it means the children that they are from yourself. It means, as Allah says here, that وَحَلَائِلُ أَبْنَائِكُمْ, and the wives of your sons who are of your own lions. مِنْ أَصْلَابِكُمْ, it means your lions. وَأَن تَجْمَعُوا بَيْنَ الْأُخْتَيْنِ. Another one, it is forbidden to marry two sisters at the same time. When you marry to a person, to a lady, then you cannot marry to her sister at the same time. If you divorce your wife, then you can go to her sister and marry. But at the same time, to have two sisters as your wife, it is forbidden. وَأَن تَجْمَعُوا بَيْنَ الْأُخْتَيْنِ, and two sisters at the same time is forbidden, إِلَّا مَا قَدْ سَلَفَ, unless something that you have done before in any of them. If you have done before, you will not be considered as a sinners. But after revelation, even if you have done before, you should separate from one of them. You had married with two sisters, both of them are your wives. After marriage, you should leave one of them. Inna Allah kana ghafuran rahima, except what, of course, illa ma qad salaf, except what has already passed, and you will not be considered as a sinner. Inna Allah kana ghafuran rahima, surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. So we have understood that these these titles that we mentioned, because of the marriage, because of the birth, because of the breastfeedings, are the ladies that we cannot marry them. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.